What's up guys, Jeanette back from another reaction. So right now we're gonna check out the lyrics to Airplane and Blue Side. I already did lyric reaction videos for Hope World and Piece of Peace, and then Baseline and Hung Song. So if you haven't already checked those out on my channel, go ahead, check them out. They should be up before this one. If you have checked out those videos, you would know, but if you haven't, usually when I do first listen, I actually do the lyric reaction with it. But as a hardcore army, I find it almost impossible to wait for lyric videos to come out when they drop an album. So these days, when they drop an album or any of them drop anything, I'll react to just the song and then I'll listen to the lyrics, check out the lyrics later. So that's what I did with the Love Yourself album. I did a first listen and then later I went back and did lyric video reactions. So I'm doing the same thing with HOSEOK's mixtape because, oh god, I could not wait. I had been waiting so long, girl, I could not wait any longer. So yeah, today we're checking out the lyrics. So I'm really excited to check out Airplane because when I first listened to it, you can check out my first listen on my channel, by the way, if you haven't already, go check it out. When I first listened to it, Airplane hit me, like, and I didn't know why. And I actually found out, like, part of the reason I think it really hit me when I watched J-Hope's Be Live, but I'll talk about that a little more at the end. I do want to see the lyrics for it first to kind of get a better vibe of the song, but it just, when I first heard it, I loved the beat of the song, I loved the feel of the song, I loved everything that was going on in the song so much, and I was like, yo, this might be my favorite track. I named it as one of my favorites and at the end, but usually I do like a list as far as like my favorites. I'm not doing that for Mixtape at all. I just said Airplane was definitely one of my favorites and then Baseline. Right now, just because I saw the lyrics for Hung Song, I think Airplane and Hung Song would be my favorites. But in general, like, I don't really have, like, this whole album is so good, it's almost impossible to pick a favorite, but it's just like Airplane just really hit me and I don't know why. So I really want to check out the lyrics now so I can maybe figure out why. It just, like, it resonated with me. So let's check out the lyrics. I'm really excited. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I just, like, it wasn't when it started, it was like as soon as the chorus, I think, came in, I was like, yo, this is my jam.
그때 나를 다시 기억해 메마른 땅이 나보 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네 날고 싶었어 그 에어플레인 그때 나를 다시 기억해 메마른 땅이 나보 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네 날고 싶었어 그
Actually, there's 2 reasons. Sorry, okay, I'll talk about it. That's his baby. Aww, was that the first time you flew when they came to Japan? That's adorable. Oh, I don't know. He might just be saying. Yeah, you are. Safe flight always. Oh, God. I do worry every time they get on the plane. My heart pounds. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Their jealousy makes them lonely. You tell them. Tell them. Tell them. Yeah, they do! Oh my god, that reminds me of something. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll talk about it later if I remember. Drink that champagne up there, baby. Oh god, I really want to talk about that. Hopefully I'll remember. 구름과의 케미 구름과 하루 종일 구름 타는 재미 구름 보면 fading 너희 몰라 maybe 몇 년 동안의 비행 탓을 말리지만 몇십만 못 이룬 너희들을 위로해줄 때야 그 비행 포인트로 선물할게 Love airplane mode 신경은 다 off 그 누구든지 뭐라던 그저께서 first를 지키며 밤하늘을 볼게 지금 내 자리에 mindful 그때 나를 다시 기억해 메마른 땅이 나보 태울 때 저 푸른 하늘 보며 뛰었네 그때를 생각해 이 airplane 누군가는 나를 기억해 그 누군가도 지금도 외롭게 신경 안 써 그저 행복해 성공을 느껴 in my airplane Wow. Ooh, okay. There's so much I want to talk about, but let me wait for the song name. Okay. I was trying to decide if I wanted to just go ahead and listen to Blue Side and then talk about both after like I did for the other ones. I guess I will. So let's go and check out Blue Side, but there's like a bunch I want to talk about with Airplane, so don't let me forget. But Blue Side's really short, and I don't think there's much. There's only like a really short lyric part, so anyway, let's check it out. 3, 2, 1. By the way, shout out to AF Tan because she made all these lyric videos I'm using, and they're all gorgeous. Like, she really made them really well, so shout out, girl. Or boy, or bro. Is bro generic enough of a term? Blue Side. Blue side, back to blue side.
Blue side, back to blue side. Blue side, back to blue side.
So that's why I was like, yeah, there's not really much going on as far as the song here, but I do kind of know what it means now, but that's more from Homies V Life. But anyway, so as far as Airplane, I want to talk about the one lyric he has where like he's talking about, you know, people being jealous, but their jealousy makes them lonely. But and then he had something about when people make comments, and he, you know, it just makes him laugh. Honestly, at this point, he's like, I'm laughing because I'm sitting up in my airplane sipping on champagne, like while you're down there doing who knows what. That made me laugh in general, but it reminded me of something that is probably my favorite thing that's happened to Bangtan since they've become like as big as they have. And that was, if you haven't read the Vogue interview that they did, Vogue USA, by the way, they did a photo shoot and a whole interview with Vogue magazine. So, when will your face ever? But anyway, like they did an interview, and I guess, I mean, we heard about this incident when they were in America, but we didn't know the whole story behind it. But I guess it happened during the Vogue photo shoot, which was BTS was kind of followed by some paparazzi, which I guess also this paparazzi, there was some people that leaked BTS's location, as well as made it seem like it was supposed to be like a secret fan sign event. I don't know. It was like stupid. It was some stupid ass rumor that like no real army really believed, but some randos fell for it. And yeah, they look stupid. Basically, there was all this drama, but BTS got followed by some paparazzi, and they kept trying to take BTS's picture, and there were security people, and everybody was just like, no. I think they said it in the interview. There was like this big Korean security guard, which honestly their security guards are big, because this big ass Korean security guard in front of BTS, and this paparazzi is trying to like get around him and get to BTS, and the guy's like not moving, and like paparazzi's yelling at this guy, like being like, I have my rights, blah blah blah. He's just standing there like, what? I'm not pointing, I'm not letting you get to them, like I don't know you. Anyway, so apparently, like, you know, eventually they like canceled the shoot and they like went to move BTS, and like the paparazzi shouted out to them like, you're gonna lose all your fans this way, you can't treat me like this is how you're never gonna become, he said something like, you'll never succeed in America, you're gonna lose all your fans. And literally like, okay, so like they didn't really, when BTS heard it, they didn't really understand what the guy said, obviously. Maybe Ratman did, but can I just say real quick, I'll probably honestly always call him Ratman. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. RM, I will try one day, but Ratman just flows off the tongue better for me. Like I'm fine not calling you Rat Monster, but can I still call you Ratman, please? Okay. Anyway, so so he might have understood. Sorry, Ratman might have understood what the guy said, but like no one else did. But like eventually they translated it. Hobi's response, HOSEOK, J-Hope's response was, ha, thanks for worrying about us. That's what he said. Like he literally laughed and said, thanks for worrying about us. Like the literal shade. Like he was like, Thanks for worrying about us. Like, he knew, like, that would never happen. Like, he was like, yeah, okay, sure, guy. Us not taking pictures for your shit, like, tabloid is really gonna make us lose fans in America. Like, have you seen our fandom? Have you seen them? No? Okay. Calm down. Oh, it was the best thing. I was like, oh, God, HOSEOK, I love you. If I didn't love you before, I love you now. Like, I mean, I did. Whatever. But anyway, as far as the lyrics of Airplane, it's what I thought it would be after I heard what Hobie said it was about on the V Live. So on V Live, he talked about how the song, first of all, the thing that I realized made me connect with this song, and the reason I love this song, he wrote the first beats he wrote for this, and like the first like beginning of the song he wrote for this, he wrote in Chicago. I was in Chicago too, and maybe like my energy contributed. Like he just knew. He's like, I can feel our music. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. But honestly, it makes me so happy because like not only did he pretty much make this song and like begin making this song in Chicago, Sugar wrote the outro her in Chicago as well. So I'm just like over here like, bitches, like, did they just like receive all this beautiful energy from Chicago and like they made these songs that were just amazing and just perfect and just everything? Like, and I'm just so happy, and I feel like I contributed to it. Like maybe the energy I gave off at the concert, they were like, yo, I gotta do something with this energy, and they made those songs. Like, it made me so happy. So that's one thing that I think that helped me connect to the song. I was like, you know what, I feel this. I feel it, Hobie. And I'm like, I think it's because I was in Chicago and he was in Chicago and he wrote this. Like, I feel it, Hobie. I'm like, that's my little fantasy, okay, guys? Honestly, all Chicago armies, if any Chicago armies are watching this, you contributed too. Every Chicago army that was at that concert, that was there, that helped them, shouted for them, we all contributed to the song. We contributed to outro her too. Remember that. Anyway. So he talked about how he just, you know, he basically wrote it talking about how like when he was younger, he always wanted to fly on planes. And that's why when he talked about how the first time he flew was to Japan, I was like, oh, I wonder if that was with BTS. I mean, it could have been with his family. I don't know. But I was like, I wonder if that was with BTS the first time they went to Japan to promote. So I was just like, if that is, that's so cute. But if not, you know, whatever. But like, I'm just saying, like, he always dreamt of like flying on planes, or being to fly on a plane, and so he's finally able to with BTS. And so I think that was kind of like just the whole point of the song. Saying, you know, I'm so successful now, I get to fly all over the world, I get to see all these beautiful places. I'm like, you know, I'm just up here and I'm just living my life. And you wish you was me, you jealous, you so jealous. But I'm up here sipping my champagne, okay? And I'm not worried about you. But the second thing I think that made me kind of connect with the song, Hobie mentioned this in his V Live, he got the BTS members to like sing that chorus with him. So cute. Oh, and I'm like, I think that's it. I think I heard their voices, because it was literally once that chorus came in, I was like, yo, this is my song. Like, so I'm like, maybe that's what it was. It's just I heard all their voices without even knowing it, by the way. Like I just heard their voices and I was like, this is it. Like I think honestly, like you just randomly slip BTS's voices into something in like everyday life for me, like some random, like I don't even know, just something random that I wouldn't even expect them to come out in. And you could slip BTS's voices in it, and I'd be like it would be like a dog whistle, like my head would turn like I swear, like I love them and I know them and I just, oh gosh, I love it. It was just amazing. So I really did just connect with the song on like another level. And lyrically, it wasn't like too like deep or anything. It was just him being like, yes, I'm here, I'm happy, I'm where I want to be. And that's great. But I think it's just those like little things. The fact he wrote it in Chicago, the fact that BTS is singing on it, like the whole group singing on it. I'm just kind of like, oh, I felt that. I felt it, okay? I felt it. All right, anyway. And one last comment I'll say about Airplane is that when I did my first listen, well, it's kind of about Airplane and Blue Side, but when I did my first listen, and I heard Blue Side, I was like, this isn't the outro he teased during the comeback show. Because if you watched the comeback show, he teased just like some beats for his, and he was like, oh, I'm thinking about making this my outro. So when I listened to Blue Side, I'm like, it's not this long. Like, it definitely wasn't this long. So I was like, well, I might go back and watch that to see what song, like see what it sounded like, because maybe it's on a different song. But even before I did that, when I watched the V Live, Hobie mentioned that Airplane was actually that song. He was thinking about using it as an outro, but instead he made it into Airplane and used Blue Side as the outro. So, and I like, now that I listen to it again, I do hear those beats and those things that that song that he previewed in the Come Out show, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I hear it now. It's just interesting to me to like kind of see how like the mixtape kind of like formed, because it's like he dropped these little like Easter eggs, like not really Easter eggs, but little like hints and like teasers all along his process of making Mixtape, and so we really got to see all that come together in Mixtape, and it's just beautiful. As far as Blue Side, when I first heard it, I didn't understand what he was saying, obviously, besides Back to Blue Side, and I was like, what? So in the V Live, he talked about how Blue Side is supposed to basically be like the sky and the wind, which I have a problem with because Hobie, wind isn't blue. But he talked about that in the V Live a lot. He was like, yeah, I just like, you know, the color blue, the blue sky, the blue wind, and I'm like, Hobie, wind's not blue. I hate to be nitpicky, but wind's not blue. Like I felt like such a little lying bitch about that. But like I was like, wind's not blue, Hobie. But like I get it. He's talking about like kind of the feeling that you get when you're like on a clear day and it's nice and windy and beautiful, and like you just look at the blue. And he said in general it's supposed to be like, it reminds him of like where he started and like going back to, you know, those like his like innocent days, like back to when like he didn't like know as much as he knows now, back when he had nothing pretty much. Like that's kind of like I guess you could say it's like on a clear sunny day when the sky's blue and the wind's, you know, in his face, he can really like remember those days. And so it's kind of just like a remembering kind of thing. Reminiscing, that's the word I'm trying to use. No, it's kind of more like a reminiscing kind of feeling and a kind of song. So it's a great outro. Honestly, I really like this as the outro because it does kind of just like, it kind of well, I don't want to say brings you down because that makes it sound like a bad thing, but like it kind of just like wraps up the feeling of the Mixtape, because like you really start off strong with Hope World. You start off like, welcome to my whole world, and then you go into all these songs, you get Hot Song on it, like you have like, I don't want to say it's a pretty hype Mixtape, but he gets pretty like, he's an excitable, happy, bubbly, energetic person, so it's a very energetic Mixtape. So to have him that's kind of like slow it down and soften it out with Blue Side, I thought was perfect. It's just like, you know, he brings us into Hope World and then he kind of just slows us down and kind of walks us out, if you will. I was like, all right, now exit this way. But it's like, I never want to leave Hope World, you guys. I live here now, okay? This is where I live, Hope World. So in general, I just honestly think this is perfect. This Mixtape was perfect. He did an amazing job, and I hope he knows that. And I know I've heard that he's already talking about working on another Mixtape, in the sense like he had more tracks than the ones he released. I know he did. He's talked about how he had a lot of tracks and a lot like made the track list. A lot of them didn't. So I know he has a lot more, and even, you know, Piece of Peace, he talked about that there is a part 2 that he wants to do, or he named it part 1 because he basically said there's more on that subject that he wants to talk about, so he might do a part 2 in, you know, his next one. Honestly, he needs to do a part 2 of Baseline, because he talked about how he didn't expect Baseline to really go off like that. He's like, I didn't expect it to be such a good song, but it goes off. Like, and I'm like, you right, Hobie, it goes off. You should have made it longer than 1:30. Like, what the fuck? And he was like, well, it's just supposed to be an interlude. And I'm like, bitch, you went off. It went off, you went off. You need to make another one. So Baseline part 2, please. You can really tell that this Mixtape was just Hobie's like hard work and effort and everything put into one. Grandma described it as a masterpiece in one of his V Lives. Like, he was like, yeah, I've heard Hobie's Mixtape and it's a masterpiece. And I have to agree. Like, I think I had slightly different expectations, but what he gave us was perfect. Like, literally, it was perfect. So I'm just super happy. I'm so happy. Like, this is the best. This is really the best. This is I don't want to say it's my favorite Mixtape of theirs. Okay, I'll preface this by saying Hobie's rap style is my favorite in BTS. I love how Rapmon can go in on a bitch, and I love that Suga can rap faster than my life. But like, I think as far as like just like the way Hobie can like flow differently and melodically and just change it up, and just I think he has like a lot of just, I don't know, I think his just style is just like what I love. Like, so his rap style is definitely my favorite. So like if I had to pick a rap bias, which I wouldn't, but if I had to, it would be Hobie. So I think that's why his Mixtape right now is my favorite of the 3. And it's probably the one I would listen to over and over again. Although I will say, if Rapmon were to release one today, like now, I think I would like it more than I liked his original Mixtape, because I feel like that was back in the day, back when he was still trying to prove himself, back when he felt like he had to, you know, be that person before they were very successful. Because I think it was 2015. I think it was right before HOH. So I think it was right before the HOH era. They were still kind of struggling. And so I feel like he had a lot, I feel like he thought he had a lot, he proved a lot by making this Mixtape and doing really well with it. And he also sampled a lot of songs in that. So I think now he would have a lot more original sounding songs, original sounding lyrics. well, not saying his lyrics weren't original, but I'm saying like original sounding songs and just a different vibe and different feel that's a lot more him and than that persona he was trying to put on back then. But anyway, this isn't about R&B. I'm just saying, if you were to drop one now, it might be my favorite. But right now, J-Hope, my baby, my hope, my angel. This is my favorite mixtape that has dropped, and he did it so well, and I'm so happy for him, and he is killing it right now. I just love BTS. Alright guys, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I've talked a lot today. Like the sun set while I was doing these videos. Like that's how long I talked today. So if you like this video, be sure to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, comment below anything else you want me to check out. Please go check out my other mixtape, Hope World NDs. I reacted to Daydream. I did First Listen. And now I've done these lyric video reactions. So go check out all those for me. And yeah, I'll be sure to catch you guys in the next video I do. Hopefully, hope he will be dropping a second MV. I'm anticipating that right now. So if he does, I'll be back for that. Alright guys, catch you next video.